They'd sit there and bring to school for a school report, you know, their grandpa at court hearings with Al Capone. You know, subpoenaed up to Chicago about liquor running. My dad's great uncle ran liquor in Houston for the Dixie Mafia and Al Capone. Can you imagine this? And by the way, he was part of the real mafia, the Masonic mafia. 2 guys tried to rob him when he was going to speakeasies, picking up the money. He blasted them. He went into court and did a Mason in distress, and that judge went, bam, you're gone. Then they had a Masonic trial for him. If they'd have found him guilty, they would have killed him. But see, oh, there's no Masonic mafia. It doesn't exist. There's no La Cosa Nostra. 10 years ago, they wrote news articles about Alex Jones saying I was crazy. Skull and Bones didn't exist. In fact, here's Newsweek today. It's called Conspiracy of Dunces, and it makes fun of me in here because I snuck into Bohemian Grove. Let me tell you what the real mafia does. They go and have homosexual sex and worship Satan. I've been there. That's who runs this. Is just every stripe of what has been seen as aberrant, because that's the induction. As Richard Nixon told Harper's Magazine, you've got to go be part of this to then be compromised. And that's my next point I want to cover right now. Before I get into the huge news of the day, CIA Chief Leon Panetta believes Pakistan intelligence chief on major attack. And they say they're fighting to stop imminent attacks right on time for the election. So that is coming up. But first, I wanted to cover this, because I keep saying I'm going to cover it, and I've mentioned it, but I haven't. The Nation magazine. A bunch of other reports here as well, mainstream news. I remember day one, 8 years ago, hearing that Blackwater was running weapons, that Blackwater was running drugs from good sources, that Blackwater was involved in assassinations and illegal hit teams, that Blackwater was involved in just killing people for fun. Now that's in federal depositions, and Eric Prince has run over to the Middle East to live and has moved his operations there, just like Halliburton and the rest of them Halliburton got caught running child kidnapping rings, Chicago Tribune. I mean, you can't see, they've got a leg up on us because the average person just can't admit this. But I heard all this but never really covered it. You know, that Blackwater was involved in the gun confiscations in Katrina. We now know they were. Now they're known as XE. All of that. But we just sat back and watched others report it. We said, yeah, they look dirty. And if I had to look at somebody as a prime suspect of some of the biggest events in the last 9 years, I'd look at this group. Blackwater's Black Ops, The Nation. And this report, in fact, this is the other one. I need the Blackwater article about the depositions. This is the one about them doing Black Ops for Monsanto and Disney and Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines and others. The one I need is the big one that I had on Sunday dealing with, let me give you the exact headline then. I'll just give you the exact headline. Hold on. Blackwater depositions. Blackwater cocaine. Just put Blackwater cocaine, The Nation, in and give me that, please. I want to read directly from the report, but the issue here is, this is fully auto AK-47s being smuggled in and out of Iraq, piles of drugs, parties with men all naked running around snorting giant piles of cocaine, going outside and driving around at night, shooting into Iraqis' homes for fun. There it is, U.S. businessman. Blackwater paid me to buy steroids and weapons on black market for its shooters. Why in every case do you see this now rampant? Why do I have Army kill team leader wanted a necklace of fingers, Wired magazine? Because when they get them into these Army units and private merc units, that's who they recruit. They want them with whores and doing illegal things. Remember the tens of billions of dollars shipped in the first 2 years of the war on pallets? And then it came out that officers were being given hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's to corrupt them. And then all the Army and Marine Corps investigators who'd be sent to investigate, then they'd commit suicide in their barracks. This is just complete and total, absolute lawlessness so that they're compromised. And that's what DynCorp, Halliburton, Blackwater, all of these groups are given diplomatic international immunity, their own aircraft, like the CIA aircraft that crashed in Mexico with 3+ tons of pure cocaine, was a CIA torture flight. Imagine the mafia, the real mafia, has diplomatic immunity, unlimited money, and national security, and now they're spying on all of us openly if we don't like their mafia operations. Do you understand? They've created an army of evil, a dark side.
Do you know someone who's a Constitution basher? Then here's the ammo you need to silence them once and for all. Introducing the crash course on the U.S. Constitution, how to argue with a liberal about constitutional issues and win every time. If you believe it's time we stop disgusting left-wing lies and start telling the truth about America's Christian heritage, this crash course for patriots is for you. Start neutralizing the liberal propaganda being force-fed in our schools, the workplace, and the media. The crash course on the U.S. Constitution is an audio power program that includes 6 CDs jam-packed with amazing information, insights, and truth that will shut the mouth of any lie-loving liberal. Order your crash course on the U.S. Constitution online at thefoundersplan.com and look for the free bonus kit. Call today, 1-877-327-0365. That's 877-327-0365, or go to thefoundersplan.com. For God's honest truth, go to thefoundersplan.com today.
They helped to create a new world order.
We are part of a new world order.
A new world order based upon collective action.
Invisible Empire is a damning indictment of the globalists through their own words and documents.
The new world order really is a tool for addressing a new world of possibilities.
It means all the world under their control.
The United Nations would take over America. The Trilateral Commission would control the world.
Invisible Empire chronicles how men of power and influence have worked in stealth for centuries to establish an oppressive world government.
I believe, first of all, that we now need nothing short of a world constitution for the global financial system.
Global governance with the establishment of the G20.
So it's going to be an inner ruling elite and then everyone else. And I got news for you. You're everyone else.
Invisible Empire. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com, or watch it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
You've seen our SinoFresh banner on the GCN website.
Yet your sinusitis is still a problem.
Are you waiting for your sinusitis to go away by itself?
Are you waiting for a SinoFresh discount?
Okay, here it comes.
But first, the facts.
67 other products merely treat symptoms
and not the cause of sinus problems.
And 37 million Americans suffer from sinus distress just like you. But now many are finding relief with the only patent-protected homeopathic nasal product that antiseptically eliminates the known causes of sinusitis. SinoFresh.
Now, here's your limited-time discount offer to use SinoFresh.
Call 888-906-3636 right now for $2 off per bottle when you mention GCN. That's it. Just call 888-906-3636 and mention GCN for a $2 discount.
But hurry, this offer is only for the first 1,000 customers.
Call 888-906-3636. 888-906-3636. Call right now for $2 off per bottle.
Mention GCN.
Buy SinoFresh.com. It works.
The corruption has gone too far. It's gotten too deep. We've got to reverse it now. And we've got to admit how corrupt this society has gotten and how bold the control freaks have gotten. Here's the article. U.S. businessman Blackwater paid me to buy steroids and weapons on black market for its shooters in sworn federal deposition. They're getting other confirmed depositions of the same thing. And it just goes on and on and on and on. And that's why Mr. Prince, Mr. G.I. Joe good guy. Oh, they're clean cut. They must be nice. He's a former Navy SEAL. Isn't he a moral young man? Admittedly now models himself after the Swiss, who were the guardians of the Vatican. He wants to become like, the global mercs for hire for global corporations. Everything that's old is new. What is new is old, and then over and over again. I'm going to cover this at the start of the next hour. Then I'm going to get into the economy. But I will tell you, this report by Paul Joseph Watson, we had such a big response. Christian Science Monitor, Yahoo News, AOL News, and close to 20 other major publications ran with the headline, Feds Radiating Americans Admitting Mobile X-rays are driving around. That became the #1 Google search term yesterday because of you. And it is causing a national debate to start. That's the power of you, the audience. Yes, this show's the focal point. So I'm going to cover this all in detail later in the next hour, but I do want to get started early today. This is too powerful a tool. We got to use it while we still have it before they try to change the matrix. We're going to make the search term today, resentment toward government. 3 words, resentment toward government. And this will hopefully cause another national debate to start about how they're listening to all of your phone calls, violating the 4th Amendment, and publicly, in fact, I want Watson to beef this article up because I want that point in there, that they have the police now openly there in meetings saying, this software listens to everybody, and if somebody says they don't like the government, then we put them under full surveillance. That is quotes from the Buffalo News, who was at the meeting. They don't even hide this now. They've been radiating your houses for a decade that we know of. I learned of it 5-6 years ago. But now they just admit it. In fact, I've seen cases of the CIA radiating people to death by parking a van outside their house. In just a few hours, they can kill you deader than a hammer while you're sleeping. It'll take a few months for you to die, but you're walking dead. People need to know that they're being listened to. They need to know that this criminal government is completely violating the 4th Amendment and setting the precedent. They need to read authorities plan to troll phone calls and emails for signs of resentment of government. So the Google search term today, let's do it again. There's no time like the present. I salute you. Resentment towards the government. 3 words, resentment, R-E-S-E-N-T-M-E-T, resentment toward government. 3 words. Go to Google, enter it over and over and over again. Click on our article, email it out to everyone you know. And if you do it again, there's no doubt tonight and tomorrow we'll see big publications being forced to report on this and go, yeah, it is true. They're listening to everything you do. I mean, this is right out of V for Vendetta, where they're driving around with trucks listening to you. It's worse than that. Everything's wired through these criminals. So, resentment towards government, that's the search term today. Now, I want to just add, a new video is coming out October 22nd. We've been working on a chemtrail film for 2 years. None of the ones I've seen have been that good. G. Edward Griffin produced one. It's been completed. I've seen it. It's powerful. It covers how the fact that chemtrailing, weather modification, is real. And one of the big facets behind it, the aluminum. We're going to ship this sucker October 22nd. Pre-order it now at Infowars.com. What in the world are they spraying? The banners are going up at Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com right now. Or click on the shopping cart. It's posted there. Get your order in now so you get it first. They're shipped out in the order they're received. What in the world are they spraying? Get it first at Infowars.com. Stay with us.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
Listen up, friends. This is Alex Jones with key information. The mainstream media is now admitting that we're going into a depression. Don't be dependent on the government for you and your family. You need to get your own supply of high-quality storable foods from efoodsdirect.com. They're the best company out there, the longest continually operating, with a ton of great food to choose from. It's all fresh and made on a monthly basis, not some old cruddy food they're selling you like some of the other guys. Try their new evacuation pack, a 2-week supply of delicious, easy-to-fix food. It comes with all the equipment you need to prepare it. With open talk of a strike on Iran in the next 3 months, the crisis in the Gulf, and possible evacuations, get yourself and your family ready today. The place to go is efoodsdirect.com. Go to their website online right now, efoodsdirect.com/Alex, or call 800-409-5633. Again, on the web, efoodsdirect.com/Alex, or give them a call at 800-409-5633.
Waging war on corruption.